One of the most popular cases we've ever designed here at Corsair is our Carbide Series Air 540. It had an active cooling chamber to cool your CPU and GPU, and a passive chamber on the rear for power supply cables, PSUs, and storage drives that didn't need as much cooling. But because we believe you can always do better, this is the spiritual successor to the Air 540, the 680X RGB. It shares the same dual-chambered layout as the Air 540 with an entirely new and refined look. There are 3 floating tempered glass panels on the front, the top, and the side, so you can show off your components and fans. But these glass panels will not obstruct your cooling because we've designed a huge gap between the panel and the case so you can get plenty of airflow. On the I/O panel, you'll find the standard connections plus a modern update with the USB 3.1 Type-C port. The 680X side panel swings open so you can easily build a new PC or just upgrade your existing one. In the front of the case, you can mount up to a 360mm radiator, on top and bottom up to 280mm, and even a 140 in the rear. And because you just spent a ton of cash on a brand new graphics card and you want to show it off to yourself and your friends, you have a 90-degree GPU mount in here so you can mount it vertically and look at it in all of its glory. But my favorite feature of the dual chamber design is that it is cheat mode for cable routing. You can use that second chamber to hide all of your cables while your first chamber stays fresh and clean looking. In the rear chamber, you can mount up to our AX1600i PSU, as well as 3 3.5-inch drives and 4 2.5-inch drives. Every 680X RGB comes with the Lighting Node Pro, which gives you full control over the RGB lighting of your system with our iCUE software. With iCUE, you can choose from dozens of built-in lighting profiles, or you can create your own. The Air 540 was a very successful case, but I think that the Crystal Series 680X RGB improves upon it in almost every way.
The TOWER100 has a small footprint, coming in at 462mm high, 266mm wide, and 266mm deep. It's available in both a snowy white or black edition. This mini tower case comes with 3 easily removable 4mm thick tempered glass windows on the front, left, and right side. This allows you to show off all of your gorgeous hardware no matter what side of the desk you decide to pop your case on. Additionally, there are no awkward chunky screws blocking the view here, as all these panels simply slide straight out to make it easy to access your hardware inside. The case also comes with 2 pre-installed 120mm fans to ensure you get peak airflow from the very first power-up. Now, don't let its compact size throw you off. You can still run all sorts of hardware inside the TOWER100. The case is designed to fit ITX motherboards, as well as up to 140mm fans in either of the 2 mounting locations. You can also fit up to a 120mm radiator at the top if you're wanting to run with an all-in-one cooler. You can run with a CPU cooler up to 190mm and a standard ATX-sized power supply of up to 180mm in length. Finally, your graphics card mounts vertically in the case, with the case able to support a card of up to 330mm. So yes, that does mean it can fit an RTX 3090. The TOWER100 has an array of special features that come together to make this case incredibly unique. Firstly, after extensive feedback, we've made some changes to the airflow in this case. There's now a total of 8 superfine fan filters located on the right, left, top, and bottom. These are all designed to be incredibly easy to clean, keeping the dust bunnies on the outside where they belong. The case has an incredibly modular design, with almost every panel being removable. The top panel utilizes a simple press button design, making accessing the top section incredibly easy. You can fit up to 2 3.5-inch HDDs or 4 2.5-inch SSDs, including a separate bracket on the right side for SSDs if you want a bit of both. Finally, the front is equipped with a modern I/O port that comes with 2 USB 3.0 ports and even a Type-C port in an easy-to-access location. The TOWER100 borrows the amazing qualities of the iconic TOWER900 that you came to love, but boasts plenty of unique features that make this mini tower case stand out from its big brother. Its modularity, versatility, and small footprint make the TOWER100 a case anyone can see their next ITX build in.
Hey guys, I'm George. This is the Obsidian Series 1000D Super Tower PC case. It is the biggest and most feature-rich case Corsair has ever made. So you might ask, why did you guys build this ridiculously huge PC case? It's not just because it's cool, it actually has a purpose. You can actually build 2 full systems inside this case at the same time. So if you were streaming, you can game on one system and capture that video and stream it out on the other system. So in your room, you no longer need 2 full desktops. The primary motherboard tray is compatible with up to an extended ATX motherboard with 8 expansion slots. Some of those slots can be rotated so you can actually have a vertical GPU mount if you want. The secondary motherboard tray is integrated into the PSU shroud and actually includes 2 expansion slots and a mini ITX compatible mount. But don't worry, we didn't forget about you liquid cooling guys. All of our Obsidian series cases have been built with liquid cooling in mind. In front of the case, there's room for two 480mm radiators. And on top, there's room for a 420mm radiator. In the rear, there's room for 220mm or 140mm fans and a 240mm radiator. One of my favorite features of the Obsidian Series 1000D are the slide-out radiator trays. They make it easier than ever to install fans and radiators to build up a liquid cooling system. The front and top trays come out and actually can be completely replaced. By default, they have 4 120 or 3 140s. And if that weren't enough, you can go to Corsair.com and buy new radiator trays that have 8x120, 4x120, 3x140, or even 2x200mm fan compatibility. So you can customize this thing however you want. The Obsidian Series 1000D comes with a Corsair Commander Pro, which allows full software control of cooling and lighting. Through iCUE, you can control your RGB fans, you can control the logo and the I/O panel RGB, and you can set up fan profiles. So if you want to optimize your system for quiet operation or high performance cooling operations, you can do that with a click of a button. So when you install all the motherboards and all the fans and all the systems and all the stuff that's in this case, you might be thinking, what about my cables? I have no cable routing skills at all. It's going to be a nightmare. We actually thought about that. We put these French doors on the rear of the case that allow you to conceal your cables. So no matter how bad those cable routing skills you have are, it's gonna look nice and clean. And also behind those French doors are 8 SSD mounts and 5 3.5-inch mechanical drive bays. Our Obsidian series cases are known for their monolithic good looks, and the 1000D is no exception, with a tempered glass front panel and 2 huge swing-out tempered glass doors for easy access. The I/O panel has the connectivity for both systems right on the front of the case, with 4 USB 3.0 and 2 USB 3.1 Type-C connectors to go to both motherboards. The power and reset for System 1 is on top, and the power and reset for System 2 is in the back. And the I/O RGB backlighting is completely controllable through iCUE software.
Do you want to downsize from a big, bulky, full tower case? Or maybe you want a system dedicated to a VR setup? Or to be part of your entertainment center? Well then, it sounds like you need a sleek, stylish micro case, and we have the perfect case for you. Hi there, I'm Sarah from Thermaltake Australia, and this is the gorgeous, compact S100 micro tower case. Constructed with modern steel, the S100 is the pinnacle of sophisticated elegance when it comes to micro case design. The case is 411mm high, 220mm wide, and 441mm deep. Due to its compact size, this is an incredibly versatile case, able to fit in all sorts of setups, even if they're cramped. Coming in both a sleek black and snowy white edition, this case can effortlessly look good anywhere, whether it's in a professional office space or even in the entertainment center in your living room. There is one 4mm thick tempered glass hinge door located on the left side of the case. This type of glass is more durable and scratch resistant than standard acrylic and gives you a stunning view of all your components. The case comes with a single pre-installed 120mm standard rear fan. Due to its micro size, this case only supports up to an MATX board, but that doesn't mean you have to skip out on hardware. This case is incredibly easy to run all sorts of different configurations inside, whether you want to build with a fancy AIO or just run your standard stock air cooler. You can run a CPU cooler with a max height of 165mm and a graphics card of up to 313mm in length. Additionally, you can also mount up to 2 140mm fans and even one 200mm fan at the top of the case. You can also fit a radiator of up to 280mm at both the front or top of the case. The S100 features a built-in ventilated PSU shroud, aiding you with airflow as well as giving you a handy place to hide all your cables. On top of this, the S100 supports standard power supplies, so no need to worry about buying an SFX power supply. It also comes with a magnetic fan filter on the top of the case and additional filtration at the bottom to protect against dirt and dust. There is a handy drive bay tucked in under your PSU shroud, which can fit 2 hard drives or 2 SSDs. This bay can also be moved to fit your needs, such as if you're needing extra space for a fan. There are 2 mounting locations for your SSDs at the back of the case, which can also be moved around to the front if you need more space out back or if you just want to show them off. Lastly, your front I/O port comes with 1 USB 3.0 and 2 USB 2.0 ports, all in easy to access locations. So if a full tower case just isn't for you, but you're over your gaming laptop not being able to run graphically intensive games, then building your dream PC in the S100 is a great solution. Combining a sophisticated, elegant style with a compact, versatile size, you are sure to have the perfect setup for gaming, office work, and everything else in between.
This is the Corsair IQ220T RGB Airflow, our new mid-tower ATX case where strong cooling meets smart lighting. The 220T was designed with high airflow in mind, but with its solid steel construction and perforated steel front panel, it offers a stylish look with the added benefit of durability. Included with the case are a lighting node core and 3 SP120 RGB Pro fans. Each SP RGB Pro fan has 8 individually addressable LEDs in the hub, and combined with our iCUE software, you can get brilliant lighting effects right out of the box. To make this case even more eye-catching, we added an edge-to-edge tempered glass side panel to showcase all your awesome components and beautiful RGB lighting. The I/O panel has 2 USB 3.1 Type A ports, a 3.5mm combination headphone microphone jack, and your power and reset buttons. 3 removable dust filters in the front, top, and bottom of the case will help keep your PC looking clean and tidy. Additionally, there's ample radiator mounts with up to a 120mm in the back, a 240 in the top, or up to a 360mm in the front. For storage, there are 2 low-profile 2.5-inch drive brackets, and there's a removable drive cage that houses up to 2 additional 3.5-inch or 2.5-inch drives. With the 220T's built-in PSU cover, you can keep your power supply and cables out of sight, which makes it easy to build a clean-looking system without excess clutter. The 220T is a stylish mid-tower ATX case with optimal airflow that's perfect for beginners and enthusiasts alike.